Hi, welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about how to stand out as a wedding photographer. Now, wedding photography is a very saturated market. Obviously, some people can view that as a negative, but I like to view that as a positive. The more people in an industry, the more money there is to be made, and that's as simple as that, really. So, I do have a few tips about how to stand out as a wedding photographer. I use these, this is from my own experience. I'm not considering myself an expert whatsoever, but I have managed to make a career out of wedding photography, and I literally started where you are. Started watching Taylor Jackson videos on YouTube, watching lots and lots of videos on YouTube about how to become a wedding photographer. Now, I'm a really easygoing guy. I want to get easygoing couples. So I'm not someone who's going to turn up at a wedding, start shouting and start changing their wedding day. I'm going to turn up and document it how it is with a couple of bits of direction in between. So what I first did was I had to, before doing any of this, I had to define who my target market was. So from day one, you build your dream portfolio. I was really lucky for my first few weddings to be really, really good. And yeah, define who your target market is. So my target market, so my target market is young creative couples in their 20s or 30s, and easygoing people who aren't fussed about group photos, aren't fussed about any particular photos they have. They're drawn to my website, they love my website, they trust me, they will pay me to turn up on their wedding day, and they won't give me a shot list. They won't tell me about, oh, we want to jump in the air and look behind. They won't want selective colour, which is where you make everything black and white apart from like the red shoes or something. And yeah, so they're the type of people who I want to attract to my website. So first of all, your website, you want to develop a style, or you probably got your own style, and you want to make sure you have a cohesive portfolio. So what I mean by that is when someone goes on your website and they can tell that every single image on that website is yours. There's not any drastic color shifts. There's not any drastic style changes. So most of my photos are everyone smiling, being happy, guests, the couple themselves. I don't use massive colored gels on flashes, lighting up waterfalls and things like that. I mean, if they're attracted to that, then they can go with a wedding photographer who does that. But my selling point is that I try and stay invisible, which is a bit hard considering I'm quite tall. But yeah, I'll stay invisible all day and I'll document everyone's having a good time. And so I did, when I first started out, I had a photo I took of a dress and I made all the greens pink, just for some unknown reason, really. But I thought it looked cool. So I whacked it up on Pinterest, it blew up on Pinterest. Now, I do not have that photo anywhere on my website. Why? Because it's not cohesive. If I have that, it will flow out the balance. So then a little bit of trust in someone's mind, which my website has built up, it could be like, oh, what about, there's a weird color shift. So it's a subliminal message, like telling them, what about if he makes everything else pink? Obviously I wouldn't, but you want people to trust your portfolio to an extent where they're happy booking you and that they know what they're going to get. So once you've figured out what your ideal clients would love, you need to make it shine through your website. You need to make it shine through your copy. Your copy is basically the text on your website which sells yourself, basically. You want to show your personality. Now, I try and show my personality as much as possible. I haven't actually updated my website for a while, but on my first page, I have like contact me. You want to contact me to be as easy as possible. So when someone wants to contact you, it's easy there. It's easy, it's there, it's right in their face. Also, you want to make sure the copy flows right from your mouth. So you want someone to read your website and have it like they're talking to someone, a real person, which is obviously you. Also, I like to address people's fear points, fear factors, any hesitation they have in their mind. So when they come on my website, before they've even seen the photos, I think what could be a negative thing which they're worried about. So cost could be a negative factor they're worrying about. So already before they've even seen my prices, I put a bit of help in their mind, give them a little kick, which just says flexible payment plans available to all. Because if I don't think people publicise that enough, and I'm quite a flexible person, I mean, I ask for quite a low deposit. If it secures the booking, then why not? And I think just having little messages like that really helps. Also, I do both photo and video as one person, and it's not really immediately obvious when you come to my website. Considering my business name is Pierce Wedding Photography, it's not Pierce Wedding Photography and Videography or Pierce Hybrid Wedding Photography, because not really anyone knows what hybrid wedding photography is. So I like to have a little mention of that at the top of my website, and also I have add a bit of my personality by saying yes, I know, right, and adding a bit of a cheeky emoji, because why not? Another recommendation is to always get inquiries on the phone. So when they send you an email, I like to reply with like, thank you very much for connecting my work, and I will send them a couple of wedding galleries, so instantly they know what they're going to get. They know what they're going to get with my work, they know it's cohesive, and they can trust me to turn up on their wedding day and to nail it, basically. I also recommend talking to them on FaceTime or meeting in person at a coffee shop or something. Everyone always, probably about 9 out of 10 people give me a FaceTime call. So that's brilliant, because I've nailed my target audience in my website, and that they're fun, easygoing people who would be like, yeah, sure, I'll FaceTime you. That's totally cool. Also, it helps with photos as well. Because most of my people don't actually like having their photo taken, which is totally cool by me, because if I make it as chilled out and as relaxed as possible. Another thing is that I really recommend that you make is a promo video. So I made my promo video a couple of years ago. Personally, I think it's rubbish. I think it's out of focus. It's just me standing in front of a hedge. But I try and tell a story about myself. I try and explain to the couple exactly what I'm going to do to them and what it means to me, what it's going to mean to them. And I did 16 takes of that video, and I'm not even in focus. But I did 16 takes, and I ended up deleting 15 of them takes. And the 15 I deleted were after the first take. So I opted for the first take because that showed my personality. That showed me not worried about what I was going to say, and I wasn't even using a script. It was just like from the heart. And in the edit, I created it. I added some video, I added some photos, added a little bit of music, and because of that video, it's launched my business massively, and I do not regret making that whatsoever. I will be making a new one with my Nikon Z6 or Z5, which will be in focus. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll probably do that later this year. I've got a lot of behind the scenes footage in my hard drives ready for when I have time to create stuff. So yeah, I really recommend you doing that. It doesn't have to be good. You can film it on an iPhone. You can talk to your phone in front of the car. If you have a video on your website, it can help you capture your ideal clients. So they will instantly see your video, press play, either like you or don't like you. Chances are they're going to like you. I think the only thing separating wedding photographers apart nowadays is because the standard of work is really good. It's to develop that trust, and you want to develop that trust as soon as possible. So if you have a video, you can develop that trust pretty much instantly. And no one has videos. I think probably about 95% of wedding photographers do not have a promo video. So jump on it right now, just do it. One last thing would be to start offering hybrid video coverage. So when you're taking establishing shots of the venue, take a photo, yeah, that's nice, so move on to the next place. But take a video just before you move. Just do that, just keep doing that. And before you know it, you've got a highlight video. So you could always switch between photo and video. You can even get one of them meeting recorders. I think they're Sony TX650s on Amazon, or there's a newer version, I can't remember, but I'll put it in the description below. You can just pop it in the groom's pocket. Pop it in his pocket, it'll capture his speech, it'll capture all the ceremony, And because of that, now you've got high quality audio to add into a highlight video. You don't even have to tell the couple you're doing it. You could just have it delivered as a surprise. I mean, don't charge for your first few and see where it takes you. But yeah, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you're looking forward to some behind the scenes footage, because I put some up a few days ago and I have lots more coming. So thank you very much for watching, and give me a like. Cheers.